Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Amala. You know, boy math and girl math. There's a trend going on that women seem to be on just to hate on men even more. I don't know too much about it, but Amala did a really good video on it. I haven't fully watched it, but I just did a little skim, and it looked interesting. So please, like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
If I find $50 in my pocket, I was just paid $50. If I go out on a Saturday night and somebody buys me drinks, I made money that night. If I go online and buy a $60 pair of shoes, then I return those shoes. The next set of shoes that I buy that is less than $60 is free. You may be like, Amala, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay.
But these are all examples
It wasn't just free, you also made money.
of girl math. And this trend has started a back and forth war between girls and boys on the internet. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into this video, please like and subscribe. I am taking on the burden of explaining Gen Z trends to you, so please reward me. Now, there is a viral trend on the internet that's going around, and it is girl math versus boy math. And no, this is not some leftist shit where they tell you that 2 + 2 actually equals 5 because objectivity is racist. It is indeed kind of a war between the sexes. And it didn't start off as a war. I'll give you some internet history on these recent trends. So it all starts with girl dinner. Girls decided to start a trend on TikTok where they shared their dinner, but these were not typical dinners, right? They were not nutritionally balanced meals. They had cheese and crackers and wine and gummy bears, and this started the phrase girl dinner. Here are some examples.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Oh, girl dinner.
Is it just like eggs and spaghetti?
You get the gist on that one.
I mean, I eat eggs and rice like all the time. Nothing wrong with that.
I'll show you one more just for good measure.
This is my meal. I call this girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Oh, girl dinner.
Get it? Because she didn't
Am I too
eat
old
dinner.
for this to like not get this or like think it's cool or anything? Because this is retarded.
She just took a nap like a lot of us do. And as they do, the internet trend that was girl dinner splintered off into other categories, and now we have girl math. And this is very much the same in essence. It's little quirky things that girls do with their math that they know are wrong, but it's just a little funny haha that crosses your mind when you do things. Here's a video to help further explain the concept.
Okay, I'm gonna explain girl math to you. Okay, are you ready? Okay. So, like, if there's money on my Starbucks app, and I go to buy a coffee and I use the app, it's free. The coffee's free. No, it's not, but it is.
That's exactly what I looked at her. I was like, you already put money into that app, though. It's like, wait, but it's you're spending money that's just in your bank account. That's not in your bank account. It's in your app, but it's the money you put in there yourself. So you didn't make any money, or it's free. You already paid yourself to do that.
No. Okay, if my total at Target is $60, but I use $40 in cash, I really actually only paid $20. No. Are you delusional? If I spend $10 to get the free shipping, I actually just saved us money. Right. If I return something, I actually just made money. No. But wait, make a return, and then they, like, give me in-store credit? It's, like, free, like shopping. Right, I get that, yeah.
Okay, so you get the gist there, right? But we'll do another one, just in case you don't quite have it yet.
Girl math things that makes total sense to me. If I'm ordering clothes and the clothes come up to $100, but the shipping is $50, that's too much money. If I'm ordering clothes and the clothes come up to $150 and the shipping is $0, I could deal with that. This is actually universal, but paying with cash is free. If I spend money the day before I get paid, I didn't lose any money.
All right, there it is. You know what? And I saw this trend, and I honestly was like, can we even call this girl math?
Math is too important for me to be going through these numbers like that with these.
I thought everybody did this. And it turns out that apparently men do not do this. We know that it's illogical, guys, right? That is the whole joke. We're just talking about the little tricks that your mind plays in order to justify the
Your
money you
mind's
spend
play.
here or to make you feel better about an activity that you've engaged in. We get that it's not real math, hence why it's called girl math.
All right, I mean, finding like $50 in your pocket that you didn't know you had, or you didn't find, somewhat, I guess I can consider that, oh, you found $50 is kind of a profit, because technically you lost it in the first place. So I'll go with that one.
But the boys were not having it, apparently. There was a certain subset of men that saw...
Because math is math. Don't turn math into some game where you can just do whatever you want with numbers. Like, that's not how math works.
Girl math go viral on the internet and couldn't help themselves but to say,
Girls are so stupid. I can't believe they do these mental gymnastics when they're buying stuff.
and more of those opinions were being shared on the internet. You even had cultural commentators and feminists saying that they didn't like the phrases girl dinner and girl math because by pairing illogical choices with the word girl, you are insinuating that women are less intelligent than men. So what started off
Or less illogical. I wouldn't say less intelligent, but less illogical, that's for sure.
as
Or less logical, my bad. More illogical.
a funny ha-ha inside joke amongst women turned into something that boys used to call girls stupid and feminists said they hated and just generally became a breeding ground for a cultural conversation. But the girls
I mean, that thought process is pretty stupid to me, to tell you the truth. Because you're just tricking yourself. Like, why would you want to trick yourself? That doesn't even make sense. That's like the last thing you want to do is trick yourself.
who enjoyed girl math were not having it. And here's a tweet that shows you the direction we're about to go in. Girls were just being silly and making fun of themselves with girl math jokes, but y'all wanted to be rude for no reason. Now look at you. The boy math drag is endless.
Boy math.
And if you're unfamiliar with what boy math is,
girls
let me give you a
started it.
few
I thought boys
examples.
started
Boy math is him wanting a prenup, and he only makes $45,000 a year.
Boy math is hating your mom because your dad abandoned you. Boy math is being obsessed with stats, but
What? Being upset at your mom that your dad abandoned you? No. My mom's husband abandoned the family. And it was my mom's fault in a sense. Because she chose the man. So yes, I could be upset at my mother.
draw the line when it comes to grade and essay stats. Boy math is telling everyone that you're a natural born leader but still expect the inferior gender to build you. Boy math is calling yourself the protectors of society while you're the biggest threat to everyone's safety. Boy
Wow. We are the biggest threat to everyone's safety. Like, at least be realistic about it.
math is believing that women empowerment means gender war. Boy math is having an irrational fear of being used for money that you do not even have.
It got a little serious.
Very quickly.
Yeah, they went in.
It was
They
just
went
jokes
in.
before. Now, the girls are coming after the boys hard, and that's not the only example I have of this. I mean, it is going crazy on the internet. Let's watch another video.
When men want to giggle, we want to laugh. So I present to you boy math. Here's some of my faves. Let this all be a reminder that men, you need to stay out of women's business. Let's go. Boy math, 20 dudes, one section, 2 bottles. If 2 plus 2 is 4. Go into third world countries to date their gold diggers. A lot of y'all got hit.
Passport bros. Then you want to talk shit about passport bros?
Spending hundreds and thousands of dollars to fly overseas to fuck on barely legal women in the developing countries,
That
but
was more
complain
passport bro
about paying for a
stuff.
$200 date back here in the U.S.
You do know it's a vacation, right? You're spending thousands of dollars to fly overseas. You get to like actually see another country, see other things, experiences, eat other places, and yeah, you might get some sex. $200 here for a date? Fuck that. Like, that's an expensive ass fucking date.
7 sexual assault allegations against your boy, but all of them are false. Everybody can't tell the same lie. Your
The
dad
fuck?
leaving, but hating mom and sisters that stayed to raise you.
Yes, because the mother can just leave too, like they almost usually do. mothers can just toss their kids into foster care, and they do it all the time. Like, some of the stuff that these women are like trying to like boy math it, women do worse.
Knowing 75% of your head is balding and still get haircuts on the last 25%. Short intermission.
That was really funny.
Some of these I didn't agree with. That one was funny. And you know what? I gotta admit that one was funny. That's the thing with this internet trend, right? There are some wild ones. There's some out-of-pocket boy math posts. There's some out-of-pocket girl math posts on them. But some of these actually hit, and some of them are actually funny. So let's read a few of at least the good ones. Okay. Boy math is being homophobic but loving lesbians. I'm into that one.
Boy math is being 6'2", but shorter than a 5'10" woman.
You know who I'm looking at. If it's you, it's you. There's some good girl math ones as well. Let's see. Girl math is going on vacation with 8 friends and coming back with 3. Girl math is getting over a guy that you like for 2 years in less than 5 minutes. That one just hit home for me. Boy math is giving your baby mama $107 a month in child support and thinking that it funded her trip to Aruba. Boy math is them not wanting to spend $10 on flowers because they'll die. To which a guy responded, girl math is thinking that flowers cost $10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see how people would be upset about this trend and say, now it's just the sexes attacking each other. That's
what I thought it was originally. I thought it was just, more division between the two sexes. I didn't realize women started everything, and then now men are just like jumping into it.
Some of the girls are going too hard on the men, and they're being a little bit too aggressive, or they're not funny, or blah.
I mean, they're supposed to be jokes, right? I see it being a little bit of sexist, a little bit of thingy, but it's meant to be jokey. It's meant to just have fun with. So I'm not too upset about it, really, tell you the truth. Some of it was a little harsh, but I'm a big fan of comedy. I'm a big fan of stand-up comedy. So if it's made to be jokes and made just to be funny and not to offend, I'm whatever about it. But I do see some of these literally are made to be attacks on men and to be offensive. So
blah, blah, blah. But at least with the fighting and the back and forth between the two sexes in this trend, you get a laugh out of it. And some of these are funny. Some of them are not too funny. Others are just straight up mean or misguided. But I think what this trend does is it emphasizes gender differences.
Yes.
This goes to show that girls and boys...
That's where I was seeing through the thingies, just how men mentally think of things and how women mentally think of things. It is quite different.
Boys are very, very different people, and we can emphasize that with the millions of jokes you can make about girl versus boy math. And these are all observations that we're making probably on a daily basis. It's just interesting to see them all laid out right in front of our eyes. And yes, some of these things are baseless and not all the observations are correct, but nonetheless, observations are being made. You know what? It's actually quite refreshing to see people.
I actually don't think it's a bad thing. This actually makes it so men see how women think, like on the little stupid things, and then women see how men think on the little stupid things, because those little stupid things make a difference. But it's hard for men to, I guess, say it, and it's hard for women to say it, because it's stupid.
Acknowledge gender differences, even if they're doing so in a ruthless joke. So often our culture likes to say the exact opposite, that there are no gender differences whatsoever, that men should act more like women, that women should act more like men, this and that, back and forth. But this trend is just clear-cut defining. Boys do this and girls do that. And at the very least, I can appreciate that sentiment. But those are just my thoughts. I would love to hear what you think about this girl math, boy math trend. I thought we'd talk about something different on the show, a little bit more fun, lighthearted. Do you in fact think this is lighthearted? Did the girls come too hard at the boys? Did the boys come too hard at the girls? And if you want to, come up with your own girl math and boy math comments down below. I'd love to see what your minds think up. Guys, if you like this...
That was some funny chow. Some of those comments were funny. Like some of them were ruthless too. Tell the truth. If it's just joking around, people need to take a lot of things less seriously. This would be one. I don't think this needs to be taken that seriously. It is literally just men and women creating jokes through their observations of each other's sex, which is what most comedians do. You know, we make these types of jokes all the time in stand-up comedy. And it's funny because it's true. Everybody thinks about it, or once you say it, everybody starts to think about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that does happen." But nothing too serious, just something funny and a little bit of a jokey stuff today. So please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.